This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down, and that is incomplete here.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And now it's 3rd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Second and 12. At the 30
Go now.
line.
And Lobo.
Mike. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 60 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. It's our field. It's our field.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the second down throw on target. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down. Garoppolo now. Forced out to his left. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Go, boys, go!
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Come on now, let's go!
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, wahoo! 5.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 16-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They look to throw. It's Locke escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line.
Watch the run.
Hey, Alpha.
On 1st down, Locke. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 36 yards out. Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. That last catch winds up costing him 3. So now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Nowhere Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on?
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready? 70, Indy. Number 53, Mike 53. That's 5.
On 2nd and 15 now. Lock. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead. He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter. And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher. Here's Locke to throw, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. 20.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28 and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability. Now the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
36, Lions 7.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. On third down, Locke. And he'll find Hall. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
53.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180. I got one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Campbell making the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Johnson's got it complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Niners on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
We go! 70, Indy.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this? And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.